Hola, it's Feyla. I'm a VicSRC executive member for 2016-2017 and I'm from Mount Waverley Secondary College.
Hi, I'm Spencer Davis, one of the VicSRC executives, and I'm from Footscray City College. VicSRC is the peak body representing us, the students, to the government and other stakeholders where we might not otherwise get a voice. The VicSRC is our platform to make sure that we get agency like everybody else.
The Exec is essentially a group of 15 ordinary students who were given an extraordinary opportunity to advocate for student voice and pave the way for student agency to be recognised and heard in the state.
Being on the Exec, transformative,
Opportunities,
inspiring,
incredible.
something, I suppose, larger than life.
For me, being in the Exec is a special life-changing opportunity that allows, students to speak up and speak out and ensure that their voices are heard. It's also a chance for you to really understand how the education system works and where you fit in.
How did I get involved with VicSRC? It started here at a regional conference like yours, but 4 years ago, admittedly. It's a little scary to admit. I wasn't very involved with my schooling. I didn't really have an idea. I didn't even think about what student voice was. And honestly, I just saw it as a day off school. Hopefully you guys are doing a lot better than that and you guys want to be here. But for me, it started off that I just didn't want to go to school and do normal school stuff. So I put my hand up and said, yeah, sure, I'll go along. From there, I met our manager, Krista, and some of the exec who said, hey, you're doing some pretty good things. Why don't you come along to Congress? And back then, Congress was great because that was in school time. That was another 3 days off. And so I went to Congress and I met the rest of the exec and I met the amazing staff and the tons of amazing other young people who are inspired about student voice, and this little bug got stuck in my head that, hold on a minute, I can make a change. And I suppose that's really what's been driving me as an exec for the past few years, and that's what's been driving me to keep representing us as students. There are so many ways to get involved with the VicSRC. Exec's only just one. For example, your school can become a member, where you pay a small fee and you get to join on part of the VicSRC family. This gives you discounts and inside information for events that we're holding so that you can get involved as early as possible.
Congress is essentially a 3-day explosion of student voice.
Congress is one of the most amazing 3 days that I've had in my entire life. You get together with 170 like-minded young people who really want to make a change.
It's where students gather around, get passionate about student voice and student agency, share their ideas on how to tackle the biggest issues that face the education system in terms of us as students.
And it's a really meaningful outcome that you can bring back to both your area but the whole state.
Unconference in Congress, so that's an exciting new thing that we're trying out this year at Congress.
This year Congress is your Congress. It's a Congress designed by you, for you, and presented by you. You can come in and design workshops that you run with other people, and you can choose which ones you want to do throughout the conference. No more is it sort of structured in the same way that it was, but you get to make it what you want it to be. So it's truly your voice. And this year we're offering scholarships for people who might find it hard to come otherwise, so that we can really make sure that everybody has a chance to get involved in the same family that I did.
Recognition Awards is a way to recognise the great work students have done in schools across Victoria in terms of student voice. Student voice is sometimes a hard thing to do, to enact, and we want to ensure that, if you're doing something great, we see you.
And it's time to turn the spotlight on the people that are doing great things. Like the rest of the VicSRC, Teach the Teacher is growing in amazing new ways. Starting off at such a small project, we're now splitting it into 3 amazing new streams. We have Teach the Teacher Empower, Ignite, and Sustain. Depending on where your school's level of student voice happens to be at the moment, we can have a program that's designed for you.
The possibilities are endless.
One of the most powerful ways to get involved with the VicSRC and student voice is to nominate for the executive. I remember sitting there for my regional conference and I didn't know I'd be where I am today doing the things that I am, so I couldn't recommend joining up to sign the exec more. Come along to Congress or send in a video and you can elect to be part of the executive. And even if you don't make it, you can get involved in so many deep and meaningful ways.
Biggest challenge.
Making sure that what we're saying is representative. I mean, it can be really hard to sort of, I'm only from one school, so I can talk to one school's worth of people, and it's really a challenge to make sure that what we're saying isn't just representative of our one school or our own ideas, but we want to make sure that we can bring everybody to the table, no matter where they're from, whether they're from our school or another school. And it's just making sure that we are your voice.
Yeah, and also making sure that that voice is heard to the right people at the right time in the right place. Because sometimes there's always going to be barriers to student voice, and people don't want to listen to us, but we just fight on. If you're super passionate and you want to, do as much as you can, that's great to you, do it. But then at the same time, think about the projects or the programs that is most important to your school, and just ensure that they start well and they finish well.
And I think coming out of a regional conference, go for little wins as well. I know I came onto the exec and I'm sure you did the same with these huge ideas and completely reforming education to something completely new and different. And, every teacher has only one student in those perfect sort of classrooms. But it's also about recognizing little wins as well and sort of taking the momentum from those and sort of building and building and building until eventually you look back and you go, wow, that is a lot of change, even though it might only seem like a little bit at a time. If I could leave one piece of advice for you, it would be not to do what I did at my regional conference. I wasn't very involved at that point, as I said, and when it came to doing activities, I'd put my finger on my nose and say, shoddy not, because I didn't want to, stand up and give a presentation. So if I could leave you with one thing, it would be to get up and get involved, to not say shoddy not, and not put your finger on your nose, but to really give it everything that you have.
And teachers, if you're listening, collaborate with your students, talk to your students, communicate with your students, and education is a two-way street. You want to teach, they want to learn. If you want that to be effective, communicate.
The easiest way to, I think, get involved with us, VicSRC, is of course through social media. You can find us at VicSRC on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And if you've got a story that you'd like to share with us about the awesome work that you've been doing, be sure to share it with us with #VicSRC Voices. We'd love to hear all of the awesome things that you've been doing.
We want to listen to you.